Alright guys, welcome back to the Football Manager 2018 Hearts Career Mode. This is episode 32. The last one was pretty bad, 4-1 defeat to Celtic. We want to try and put that behind us. We have a great opportunity today as we travel to Ibrox and take on Rangers. We could deal them a massive blow in this title race if we can pick up all 3 points today. But before we do that, we're going to have a quick look at the financial aspect of how this career mode is going. Now, truth be told, I don't really pay massive amount of, attention to the finances normally. I just listen to what the board tell me in terms of my transfer budget, wage budget, and I try and, stick between that. I've never been a massive, player of the whole finances situation. I don't really dive deep into it and worry too much about that. But perhaps it's something we do need to start doing more, and we can try and worry about improving the overall balance of the club, which currently at the moment is sitting at 4.65 million. I believe it starts slightly higher than that when you begin the game. I don't know if that is the case, but you can see overall balance currently 4.6 million. Profit slash loss this month was 349,000, so with a 349,000 loss. To be honest though, I think that's natural. I think a team like Hearts during these months we're always going to be losing money. The time we will gain money will be, at the end of the season. You can see here when we were obviously, earning money from the TV deals or the revenues, or maybe perhaps playing in the European qualifiers. That's when we were making money. And then you can see when the league season gets underway, we are losing money every month. So again, not quite sure how that actually works. So if you want to leave me comments down below and tell me more about this. Obviously I can tell we're losing 349,000 this month, but I think that's natural. I think you expect that. If I'm wrong, let me know down below. Is it worrying? Is it a concern to be losing that amount of money? To me, that's fine, because at the end of the season when we get paid, it'll kind of make up for that. But I could be wrong, guys, so let me know if I'm right or wrong with the whole financial thing here. You see the income for this month, 374,000 from gate receipts mostly, and TV revenue, match day income, blah blah blah. Then expenditures this month, player wages, 169,000. It is quite a lot. I think we will be offloading a few key players, to be honest, either in this transfer window coming up or at the end of the season. I just can't justify, having players on like 5k a week if they're not starting. Even players that are starting are crucial to the club. 5k a week's a lot of money for them, but if you're not automatically, demanding a place in the starting 11, then you just cannot be on 5k weeks. It's simple as that. So I could go into all this, man. If you really want, I will do a whole episode on the finances, but I really need to know, what I'm looking at and stuff like that. And at the moment, I don't really. So, like I said, if you want me to, go into the finances more, then maybe explain it a little bit, explain what you want me to do, explain what you want to see, and then I will, go into that. And you see there's a projection here for the end of season, so looks like the end of this season we're going to have 3.3, then next season's going to be down, but the season after that's going to be up, which is pretty weird. I don't know why. But yeah, expecting our balance to go down, turnover to go down, expenditure to go down, profits expected to go up, which is great. Whether will that be to the Scottish League moving up in the coefficients? It might be, perhaps more teams in Europe. I don't know, Scotland moving up the leagues, maybe TV deals, you get more. I don't actually know how it works, guys. Let me know how it works. Is that true? The higher Scotland move up in the league reputations, will we get more money? I believe we will. I think you would, but again, I'm not entirely sure. So anyway, guys, that's it for the finances. I don't want to waste about 10, 15, 20 minutes on it, because I really don't know. I can't really go into much depth because I don't know what I'm talking about. But if you want to see it, then obviously let me know and we can do something about it. Right, so obviously last game against Celtic, very disappointing. And we bounced back though with a 1-0 win against Morton. Wasn't our best performance. Nathan Broadhead getting us the winner. Josh Windass and Niall Keown picked up slight knocks, which was a little concerning, but nothing too bad. And then our next game, we drew away from home against Motherwell. Again, Another poor performance in the first half. Motherwell went into the break 2-0 up, but then Ismail Goncalves got us a goal back. Alan Campbell restored their 2-goal lead, and at 3-1 I'm thinking we're beat. Ismail Goncalves gets 1 goal back in the 89th minute, and then a mix-up for the Motherwell defence. We got through on goal again, and Ismail Goncalves finished it, claimed a hat-trick, and got us a point. So delighted with that. Motherwell, decent side, and it was at Fir Park, so, you know, I think that's a decent point. A lot of people might think it's 2 points dropped in this title race, but considering we were 2 goals down for most of the match, well, until the last minute we were 2 goals down, so, you know what, I really can't look at that too bad and think it was a horrible result. Next 2 games, though, are Rangers at Ibrox, Hibernian at Tynecastle. 2 massive games. If we could, I'd settle for, I'd bite your hands off for 4 points, to be honest, out of these 2 games. And then after that, we have, I'm not going to say easy fixtures, but we've got a run of, you know, favourable fixtures. We'll go that way, and hopefully we could pick up a good amount of points from them. As for our fellow title rivals, Rangers and Celtic, let's see how they've been getting on. So Rangers' current form in the league is good. They won their last 4 against Hamilton, Aberdeen, Dundee United and St Johnstone. They'll be going for 5 in a row against us today. We cannot allow that to happen. But you can see after this game, Rangers do have 3 away games on the bounce, and one of them is against Celtic. So Rangers may also be looking at this Hearts game as a crucial game, thinking that they need to try and get more points on the board before they, you know, start this trio of away games. And for Celtic, how they've been doing, I don't think they've played. I'm pretty sure, have they played anybody since us? I don't think so. Well, they did play. They played Partick Thistle. They got a 2-0 win there. They played Nordjylland in the Europa League Cup, which they got through in, by the way. We'll just double check, but they did. Celtic. Yeah, then you Celtic getting through there in second place, 12 points, doing Scottish football proud. And they will be in the round 32 draw of the Europa League. And again, it's all helping the coefficient, it's helping improve Scottish football. And so it's all good. Celtic then did, like I said, they beat Nordjylland 1-0 to confirm their place in the next round. And yeah, so that's it there for Celtic. They take on Hibernian next. So 2 really tough games coming up next. Celtic against Hibs, Rangers against Hearts. And we'll have a quick look here at the league table just before we get into it. You can see this, so the top 4 playing each other here on Tuesday night. Should be tight. We currently hold a 7-point lead over Hibernian, but Hibernian do have a game in hand. So if Hibernian win, then Rangers win, you know, it fucking really does make the league really, really close. Celtic at the moment, 5 points behind us, 2 games in hand. If they win both games in hand, they would go top. But they're a long way from doing that. Like I said, they have Hibs up next. That's going to be a very tough game. It's one of these few times, it's a rare occasion that we're actually hoping Hibs win. But let's hope they do. So they go. Aberdeen first Morton. That's another good fixture. Morton flying high this year in the league, sitting 6th. So yeah, what a good night of football. Hopefully it ends with a Hearts win. An Edinburgh double, as you would say. So you see, we've played 6 times. Rangers have won 2. Hearts have drawn 2. Well, we've both drawn 2. And Hearts have won 2. So it's really even here. Pretty impossible to decide who's going to win this. And in terms of who we'll be playing, I'm looking here. Fuck, what have I done? I've moved Gallagher. Don't want to be doing that. Oh, I've moved him with Shahum. What am I doing? Shahum, get back there, son. We need you in the middle of the field to control the game. Right. I think everyone there is probably available to play. Yeah, probably. Maybe could we bring in? I don't know who could we bring in? Glenn Kamara maybe for Nowak, or will we leave it like that? Fuck it, we're going to leave it like that. We're going to be on counter and structured. Make it hard for Rangers to break us down and try and attack them on the counter with any opportunities we get. Right, so we're lining up with Hamilton, Gallagher, Berra, Suter, Keown, Nowak, Shahum, Broadhead, Walker, Windass and Ismail. Rangers, pretty much a similar formation, albeit maybe slightly more adventurous in the middle of the park. They're having one less DM, centre defensive midfield player, and going with 2. What the fuck happened there, man? And going with 2 midfield players instead, and we've just completely lost the Rangers lineup. No idea what happened there. Absolutely crazy, right? Assertive. I don't really want to say have fun, right? Go out there and impress me. I'm looking for an impressive performance. I think the players enjoy these matches a lot. So, the Rangers team, let's find out what it actually is. How the hell do you get the formations up, man? What the fuck? Analysts, I believe. Nope. I don't know. Here we go. So, oh my god, I've lost it. Right, Rangers. Rangers going with Fodram in nets, Tavernier, Bruno Alves, Cargill and Coutinho, the back four. Pena, Halliday, Candeias, Holt in the midfield. Arnes out left and Herrera up front. Now, don't know if you've noticed this, but Rangers seem to be going with like a Latino fucking kind of Spanish Portuguese lineup. I mean, I don't get it. What happened to the whole like British connection thing? They've just completely thrown that out the window and they're going with a, like I said, like a Latin, Hispanic sort of, I don't know, team. Hopefully it backfires on them. I don't know, we just chuck burritos at them and they'll bolt or something, I don't know. Right, come on, Berra. Do not play with the ball back there. Berra tries to find Broadhead. Tavernier can't make the challenge. Broadhead plays it over to Windass. Can Windass get past his man, the former Rangers man? Oh, he does. He's just completely beat Coutinho. Oh, Joshy Windass into Ismail. Oh my god, what a goal that was. A great play for Windass. It fucking was, man. Windass ripping the Rangers defence to shreds there. Just Ismail couldn't finish it, which is something we haven't been saying this season, because anytime Ismail gets a chance, it normally ends up in the back of the net. Unfortunately, though, not on this occasion. Right, Gallagher, the man that's replaced Mitchell, the man that's booting Mitchell out the door, literally. Walker, Shuhum back to Nowak to Shuhum. Broadhead. Oh, Ismail referee gives nothing. To be fair, it did look like he got the ball, but I'd take the penalty if he was going to give it. It's Holt. This is dangerous. Rangers on the counter. Good challenge for Keown though. Two good challenges there. Ball up to Ismail. Ismail now running at the defence. He's got Windass getting into the box. It's Shuhum. Goal! Ismail with the unlikely assist. Normally he's in the middle banging in the goals. This time he was out wide. His cross came in and it was the midfielder Arnold Shuhum there running in, getting the tap on it, and it is Hearts 1, Rangers. Now what a start here for us. Rangers did start the game pretty well, but we just came into it, man. I think we're taking over. I'd say we're dominating. In terms of fitness, everyone seems okay at the moment, which is good news. It's Herrera. This is not good news though. It's Pena, Candeias. Oh, good save for Hamilton. Stood up strong, tall, made the save, and that's what we needed there, because it could have easily been Rangers back in the game. Perhaps it should have been. Good save, but maybe, the Rangers player probably should bury that. Right, Ismail chests it down. He's going to have to go on his own. Oh, he is going on his own. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Ismail there trying to bend it round West Ford on him. I don't know why he didn't go closer in. It looked like he could have ran towards the goal a bit more, but he took the shot for distance and it fucking nearly went in. Like, Ismail absolutely on fire. I believe he's becoming one of our most expensive players at the club. And it's another good shot there for Ismail, just running through this Rangers defence, man. Absolutely insane. Rangers cannot handle us at the moment. This is fantastic. 7 shots to their 2. And we're just having shots left, right and centre. And we're just running, we are running through the defence here. Cannot believe it, right? Candeias, corner. Oh no. It's wide from Cargill, but that was a good opportunity there, and Rangers could have got themselves back in the game. Fortunately for us, though, it went wide. Shuhum currently playing the best game at the moment, a 7.2. Ismail's on a 6.8. Jamie Walker this season just hasn't been delivering, has he? It's a strange one there. And Celtic have took the lead against Hibernian, unfortunately. Joso Simovic has given them a goal just before half time. And talking about half time, it's ended here for the first 45, and we have a 1-0 lead over Rangers, which is good. Time for the team talk. I don't really quite be assertive. Things are going. Don't get complacent. And Shuhum seems rather stressed about that, which is unfortunate. It's not what I wanted him to be. I was just warning the guys, don't get complacent, and all of a sudden he's freaking out. for whatever reason. Right, Keogh made a big punt up. Let's have a look at the possession. We are edging possession, even though we're going for a more counter-style game. So, strange there. Celtic 2-0 now. Lee Griffiths, the former Hibernian player, scoring against the Celtic B team. It's through to Walker. Out to Gallagher. Tony Gallagher looking for a cross into Ismail. Happy days, man. Ismail now 2-0 to 2-0 to Hearts, should I say. Thank fuck it's not 2-0 to Rangers. And yeah, man, things are looking great for us so far. 52 minutes gone, got a 2-0 lead. Ismail getting his first goal of the day. A lovely assist for Tony Gallagher. And that's what I mean about Tony Gallagher. In the last episode there, I put up a poll. Well, not really a poll, but I asked who should stay, Gallagher or Mitchell. Just couldn't really justify paying Mitchell 5k unless he's going to start every single game. You guys picked Gallagher. And to be honest, it looks like the right decision, man. Gallagher is younger than Mitchell. He's on less wages than Mitchell. He's a Scottish player. He's growing quicker. And he's almost as good as Mitchell. If not, you could argue he's even better. Who knows? At this stage of his career, he's definitely played better than Mitchell when he's been given the opportunity. And I'm just glad that we have played him, because he could easily be sitting on the bench doing nothing. So, good to see Gallagher constantly getting game time, starting more or less every match and improving quickly. Right, substitution times. Who do we take off though? I mean, everyone's having a solid game. Apart from Walker, really. Walker not having a good game. We'll bring on Cochrane, who I would like to actually start every game. Kind of similar to Gallagher, just can't really get him playing all the time, if I'm being honest. Right, Kamara's going to come on. And up front, we may bring on Lafferty, or do we bring on Quintongo? Do I give him a Linkovic a chance? You know what, Quintongo's been playing well. We're going to put Quintongo up front. Quintongo going up front, yes, I know, a weird one. But we'll see. It's only 15 minutes remaining. We'll give him an opportunity and take Ismail off. I think Ismail's job here is done. Ball launched up. Cargill with the interception. Bruno to Holt. Nice play here by Rangers at the back. But it's not where they need the ball to be. They're 2-0 down. They need to get further forward. They're getting forward now. It's Morales. Out to Pera. Pera crosses it in. Morales! What a fucking miss that is. And he's missed some shockers against Celtic, but that has to be right up there. I mean, that was awful. Header inside the 6-yard box, and to be honest, man, he almost headed it out the stadium. It was that bad. 12 minutes to go. And we really shouldn't throw the game away from here. We're going to go to contain and highly structured. And we're going to put Cochrane here. And we're going to put Kamara there. And we're going to put Quintongo. We're going to leave Quintongo there, actually. Why not? We'll leave him up front. Quintongo almost through in goal there. Fodder though picks it up, clears it. And that is going to be another highlight gone for Rangers. They're running out of time here. 9 minutes to go. Need to make something happen now. Free kick, or corner should I say. Cochrane taking it. Outside to Kamara. Glenn Kamara finds Shahum. Can Shahum grab a second goal? It's Broadhead. Shahum. Oh, just over. Arnold Shahum there. Almost getting the second of the day. And that would have surely gave him the man of the match. He might still get it, but I think that would have definitely, nailed the position for him. Windass just been caught offside. 3 minutes to go. Rangers been rather toothless today. Haven't created much. Let's check the games from around. Celtic still winning, unfortunately, 2-0. Aberdeen got a 2-0 lead over Morton. Dundee United and St Johnstone currently drawing to each as well. And that's it, man. Full-time whistle has went. Absolutely delighted with that. And yeah, man, so looks like Rangers had an opportunity to go in front of us, but we have basically told them, no chance, man. And we've got the win, so delighted with that. I think we played well enough. I don't think it was our best performance ever, but, to come to Ibrox, not concede and pick up the win, you can't complain, so we'll tell the lads that they did well. And we'll see where that leaves us now in the table. Obviously, Celtic now have closed the gap a little. They're still 5 points behind us with 2 in hand, so Celtic, I don't know. Are they in pole position? Probably. I mean, if they win both of their games in hand, they go top. So you've got to give them the nod at the moment. We take ourselves 5 in front of Rangers now. And we are 10 in front of Hibs, but Hibernian still have a game in hand. Aberdeen beginning to win a few games now. They move back up into 5th. So I don't know, man. Could you argue it's a title race between the top 4? Or Hibernian too far behind? It's still a fairly early days. We're not even halfway through the season yet, so still a lot of football to be played. Right, but before we leave, we're going to have a quick look at some of the value of the players in the squad. So you can see we've got it in order from highest to lowest. And Jamie Walker currently valued at 7 million. That is an insane amount of money, especially for a guy that's not playing that well. Could we possibly sell Jamie Walker? Let me know down below. Do you think we have people capable of coming in? We've got, if we could always play Josh Windass in that cam role, and then I know that's not his favourite role, but we could play him there, and then we could play Quintongo on the right, or we could play Harry Cochrane in that attacking midfield role. 7 million does seem like a lot of money for Jamie Walker, and it's not as if he's firing on all cylinders at the moment. I don't think I will get rid of him in January, but if he doesn't improve, maybe at the end of the season, is he worth selling? He's also on 4,400 wages, so that's quite a lot of money. You've got Ismail there, valued at 6.25. Guy's playing absolutely tremendous at the moment. He's going nowhere. Suter, valued at 6.25. Shahum, valued at 5.75. Nathan Broadhead, valued at 4.5, who we only currently have on loan at the moment, unfortunately. I would love to make that official. The problem is, he wasn't valued at that amount. I think he was valued at 1.2. But because he's performing so well with us, his value has been up, and that just means the likelihood that we will be able to sign him from Everton is very slim. Although I believe we did get him on a 2-year loan deal, so we will have him for next year as well. But after that, he's probably going to be leaving us, which is bad news. Who else have we got here? We got Jack Hamlin's value's went up to 1.4. Now Keown's has went up. Tony Gallagher's now valued at 1.3. Dimitri Mitchell only valued at 425k. Thought he would have been better than that. Let's compare Dimitri Mitchell and Tony Gallagher. Let's just see what they are like in terms. Here we go. Where the fuck is Tony, man? Right, here he's here. Alright, so squad player could still improve. Appearances. So they've had 10 appearances to 13. And you see, Mitchell's had 1 goal but no assists. Gallagher's had no goals but 5 assists. So Gallagher has the same passing percentage and a higher rating. He's got 0.33 higher in the average rating. In terms of, so you've got, who's better here? Mitchell's in the green, Gallagher's in the blue. Gallagher's got better physical, Mitchell's better speed, better vision, better attacking, better technical. Gallagher's better aerial, better mental. So you see there is quite a lot of, who knows, maybe we could even loan Mitchell out as long as whoever gets him on loan pays his wages. That's also another possibility. And that way his value should go up as he improves as a player. But interesting, so even though I think Gallagher, well, he is valued at more, he does seem to be the better player. At the moment, Mitchell definitely has the better stats, so it's hard to judge here. I can't keep both though. That is the thing. I just cannot afford to keep both. So, who knows, man? Statistics. Obviously, Mitchell has a goal. Gallagher doesn't. Gallagher's more assists, better key passes at a better rate. Pass completion ratio also goes to Gallagher, even though they're the same. Don't know why. Shots on target, tackles 1 per game. Gallagher better at tackling. Tackle completion rate, that goes to Mitchell. Distance covered per 90 minutes, that goes to Gallagher. And then average rating also goes to Gallagher. So very interesting there. And while we're comparing these two, I think we'll also compare a couple more players. Let's compare. Right, we're going to compare Jamie Walker to Cochrane, and then we're going to compare Kyle Lafferty to Ismail, because that is another 2 players that I am considering selling. So let's see here. Dimitri Mitchell, we need to get one of those players up first. Right, Jamie Walker, there is the man there, and we want to compare him with Harry Cochrane. I don't think Harry Cochrane's developing anywhere near as fast as I want him to, but that's because he's not playing every game. Now, we could loan him out, that is a possibility. If you think I should loan Cochrane out to a team that he'll get, he'll be starting every match, then let me know, and that, like I said, we could definitely try and make that happen in January. Now, so obviously appearances, Walker's made 20 from the starting 11, only 5 for Harry Cochrane, even though he has come on and had 14 substitute appearances. Walker has had 2 appearances. Look at that, Walker has only had 2 more goals. He's only had 1 more goal than Harry Cochrane. He's played so many more games. That's very poor. 4 assists, player of the match in 1, but I don't know, you'd expect better, I believe. Goals per 90 minutes. Harry Cochrane has got a better percentage rate there. Assists per 90 minutes, that goes to Walker. Key passes per 90 minutes goes to Walker. Pass completion ratio goes to Cochrane. Shots on target, Cochrane. Tackles 1 per 90 minutes. Only 0.48 for Jamie Walker. That's terrible. Tackle completion 71. Distance covered, Cochrane. Average rating note goes to Jamie Walker. So Jamie Walker is definitely not outperforming Cochrane. In the stats, there's no doubt that Walker is the better player, but I mean, Cochrane's still young. He's only 17 years old, you know what I mean? Could you imagine what he's going to be like in 3 years even? Never mind in 8 years when he'll be the same age as Walker is now, so that's definitely something to look at there. Positions and roles. They don't really naturally play the same position, although we could try and make it work there. Jamie Walker is apparently very good in the left as well, so if Nathan Broadhead goes, maybe we do want to keep Walker and he can, take over in that role, who knows. We could have Windass, maybe Walker here, Windass here, and then Harry Cochrane maybe there in the middle. And the last comparison is going to be, I think, Ismail Goncalves. Will we go with him? And Kyle Lafferty. Just want to see what they are like. There we go. Unfortunately, we just have to sell players. It's something we've got to do, even though I don't really want to do it. You just cannot keep everyone at the club. Right. So, statistic-wise, overview, Ismail's rated 4 stars at the moment. And what is... Well, it's not even rated. Kyle Lafferty's not even been given a rating. What's this all about? He needs to be scouted. Very strange. Why is that? That is strange though. Anyway, right. Defending goes to Lafferty. Physical goes to Ismail, which I'm surprised about. Speed, Ismail. Vision, Lafferty. Attacking, Ismail. Technical, Ismail. Mental and aerial goes to Lafferty, which you would kind of expect. The attributes, they look pretty close. I mean, obviously Lafferty seems to be better at some things, and Ismail is better at others. Ismail's 4 years younger, which helps, right? Statistics, appearances, Ismail's made much more. To be honest, that's actually not bad. I think Lafferty's goal ratio is no bad there, considering that he doesn't, play as often as Ismail. 2 assists to Ismail's 5, yellow card each. Ismail's had the player of the match 7 times, holy shit. Right, goals per 90 minutes. Ismail's averaging at 0.96. Lafferty's 0.78. That's very good as well. I mean, that's awesome. I can't take it away from Kyle Lafferty. 0.78 is good. Assists, 0.27 to 0.26, very close. But Ismail edging it. Key passes per 90 minutes goes to Lafferty. Pass completion ratio, Lafferty. Shots on target ratio, Goncalves. Tackles 1 per 90 minutes. Tackles completion ratio. And distance covered goes to... I'm surprised that Lafferty has covered more of a distance than Ismail Goncalves. I don't know, Lafferty kind of strikes me as the kind of lazy player that ain't going to fucking cover as much distance. I don't know. Especially in the game on the stats, I thought that Lafferty would have won that battle. Average rating easily goes to Ismail Goncalves. So there you go, guys. There's a quick comparison of a few of the key players. Could Lafferty, Mitchell and Jamie Walker be leaving Hearts this year? Find out. We'll find out in January even. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the offers are like and see what's happening. But until then, that's going to do it. Up next, we have Hibernian. If we could win that again, it would be absolutely fantastic. We need to keep winning. We need to keep putting the pressure on Celtic. And then hopefully we can get into the second half of the season and we'll still be up there fighting for the title. And yeah, man, trying to win that first championship since 1959, I believe. So anyway, guys, that's it. Until next time, peace.